Today I'm going to show you guys 2 games you should be checking out on Steam this week. We've got 2 demos that are out. One actually is not really a demo anymore. It's out for release. The other one is a pre-alpha release. Both are a lot of fun. Both are free and definitely worth your time. The first game we're going to take a look at is called ShutterRush. ShutterRush combines fluid parkour movements and massive mechs with fully destructible environments to create a flow state combat you've been waiting years for. Think of it kind of along the lines of Titanfall-esque kind of game. You know, it's got, you start off as a soldier, eventually you get enough kills or earn enough time to be able to call in a mech, and then you just use that mech to just run havoc. What's cool about this game is it is fully destructible environments, so as you can imagine, if you're in a giant robot shooting rockets, that tends to be a good time. The second game we're going to take a look at is called Dash. Danger, Action, Speed, Heroes. Dash is a game where you create levels and race on those levels to try to become the best in the world. The description says, unleash your creativity and speed, build insane levels filled with speed streaks and precision challenges, enemies, platforms, crates, and spikes, mind-bending puzzles. Your world, your rules. This one's interesting. Again, this is a beta, just wasn't beta for way too long of a time, I think. I know there's reviews from back in like 2019 on this game. But they just posted that it's released. That they decided that they were going to release this game. I think they've been working on it for too long and decided they were just going to release it as is. It does have a little bit of glitches every once in a while, but for the most part, it seems like an awesome complete game, and I really enjoyed it. So let's get into some gameplay. We're going to start with ShutterRush pre-alpha, and as you can see, it already kind of looks like Titanfall. You got your soldier standing there named Tommy Noble in this case, because that's me, and you got your Titan that's there in the background that would get called in when needed. First thing that it does is take us to a list of servers. Usually there's about this many. They all say 1 out of 10 players, but every time I've dropped in, there's been significantly more than 1 player. Typically there's at least 5 or 6. The next thing we do is we check out our weapon loadout. You can see we do primary, secondary, and movement ability for our operator, and then primary, secondary for a mech. Primary, you see we got 10 options, everything from AK, sniper rifle, RPG, and then secondary, mostly handguns, a little bit of a grenade launcher at the bottom, which is pretty powerful. And then movement ability, I like the grappling hook, but you could also do a dash and a stim. As you can see, it kind of makes you run a little bit faster, the stim does, and the dash kind of zooms you across the map. The mech, you got your primary and secondary, which you have the same options basically for both. I like the sharp shot rifle. Basically, it's 1 shot kill, and then you got to have that rocket launcher. I think they did a really great job in this game when it comes to the fully destructible environments. You can see this little village here. Everything's just about blown away. That rocket that I just launched right there, that RPG just took out that side of that building. This map started, all these buildings were all in one piece. Now they are blown pretty much to smithereens and keep getting worse as the battle ensues. I like also the mechanics are smooth. Hit markers work great. Everything sounds great. I love the options of the weapons. Overall, this game is a lot of fun. One of my favorite guns in this game is the anti-material rifle. It's basically a 1-shot kill, but it also takes away whatever it hits. If it hits the side of a building, you see it took that chunk out. If it hits a person, they're dead. Takes 3 shots before you got to reload. Got taken out right there, but yeah, you can see 1-shot kill or 1-shot take out the side of a building, which I think is pretty cool, especially for a rifle. The mech gameplay is about as cool as to be expected as well. You get in there, you really feel like you are powerful, that you can just eliminate all these other opponents, especially with some guns that are 1-shot kill, and then of course that rocket launcher that just destroys people and the entire environment. You can see all those buildings are just completely leveled because of the rockets. Right now, even though this game is still in pre-alpha, it really does have a lot to offer. There are multiple different maps you could play. You can see there was the fully destructible one. Then there's this one where you're actually flying through the air, which is pretty cool. To have so many different weapons to choose from, multiple different maps, and to have such smooth gameplay and mechanics, it's kind of unheard of a pre-alpha, which is another reason I think this game is definitely worth picking up right now. Next, we are going to move on to Dash, Danger, Action, Speed, Heroes. This is the game where we get to create our own levels, but most importantly, we get to race on those levels created by other people and try to be the best in the world. Now, if you're anything like me, the first thing you want to do when you turn on this game is just get to playing and try to see how you fare against everyone else. So that's exactly what I did. You can see we start off with, you get to pick your options of levels. I went with the newest. I figured the newest levels that have been recreated give me the best chance to try to beat those records. So I went to one of the newer levels. You can see there I am at the top. Tommy Noble shows my time to complete the level. And this other person, Baby Duca, has already taken first, second, and third place in this level. You can see as I'm running, there's that little ghost of the first place person. So that kind of gives you an idea of who you want to try to keep up with. And as easy as it looks to go from point A to point B, which is that, I guess, orange diamond, looks a lot easier than it actually is. At least when it comes to trying to break that record time. Content creation portion of this game seems like a lot of fun. There is a whole lot of options, a whole lot of ways that you can get creative. There are Steam achievements that really encourage people to make a lot of levels. Plus there's that kind of pride thing where you can make a level that people absolutely love. They rate it highly every time they complete it. And then they take pride in trying to be the best at your level, which if you come up with something really creative and something really challenging, I imagine that could be a lot of fun. I didn't get too deep into it, but you can see how it works. It's pretty simple. You know, take all the different options from the game, line them up, and come up with some kind of challenge. So just two more things I'll say about this game. One is that it's optimized for an Xbox controller, which I highly recommend. It is so much easier with the controller. Just the way it works with the jumps and the dash and all that kind of stuff. It's basically made for a controller. Second, your boy Tommy Noble got the world record in one of these levels. And as of right now, that record still stands. So you can literally go in there, play that level that you can see right now, and you'll see my name at the top and see if you could try to beat my record. Which, again, I think that's probably the best part of this game, is you get actually set world records on games live against other people. The more people that log in to play, obviously the more that challenge is going to be. But as of right now, like I said, #1 in the world right here. Let's go. That does it for our looks at ShutterRush and Dash. Both are awesome games. Both are free on Steam right now. One's still in pre-alpha, the other one's completely released, but they're both worth the download. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks again, and I look forward to making more videos.